Hello, family. How are you doing today? I'm not doing so good, but I'm doing okay for the most part. Yes, I'm laying down. I'm just feel so drained. I just feel like real tired, and I understand that I'm exercising and I changed my diet and everything like that. But I just cleanse myself. I did a spiritual wash and I did like a little sugar peppermint body scrub, and it felt wonderful. Then I went into my altar, and I also cleaned my altar, my cards. I cleaned my body, set my intentions, and rubbed some of my crystals and meditated and talked to my angels or spirit guides, ancestors, God, just talk to the heavenly being. I also did a tarot reading on myself to see why my spirit is so low. And basically it was saying that because I'm stepping into my destiny, I'm stepping into my journey, and I'm letting go of all of the negative baggage that I was carrying around. So to me, it feels like I'm draining, but it's actually, I guess it's supposed to be like I'm supposed to feel lighter. So I feel drained because I have to let everything go, and I'm still in the process of it. I'm not 100% there, and I'm pretty sure nobody will ever be 100% there, because that's what life is, a lesson that you have to shed the old things to make room for the new. But I just was sitting in, and I would just automatically went back to the trauma of my past that I keep reliving in my head. And that point in my life is the one that I keep reliving, of all the betrayal and hurts and falsities and negative energy that was around me, and the death that was around me, of you know what I mean, and the broken heart, and just everything. And I just really keep reliving that moment, because that's the most moment that I had, that like in my life, that I went through trauma and that kind of depth of hurt. And I'm still trying to work on letting it go, but I know that's the first step to pinpoint where did the hurt come from. And you have to also be truthful with yourself and see what was your part in it, and how you affected other people, and then how people affected you, and what could have been done better. And you have to forgive yourself, what I mean, at the time you didn't know, at the time they didn't know. So you have to forgive yourself in order to really see the bigger picture, and that's what I'm working on right now. And it's still draining, it still hurt, it still feel like a fresh wound that happened yesterday. I'm still going through it. I haven't really scratched the surface, to be honest with you. I did a lot of soul work on myself, and been honest with me and the trauma that happened to me, and my perspective on what happened to me. And I still haven't reached out to those who affected me, because there's only a handful of them that really left a real mark on my soul, because I know that I hurt them in a way that um, was negative, because that's what space that I was in. Like I said, I didn't have the understanding of knowledge how to approach it or do it differently. Only thing I could do was speak my mind the way that I could, and get it off my chest the way that I could. And sometimes the angel, spirit, God, ancestors push you to your destiny, even when you don't even know that you're being pushed to your destiny. They push you back on the right path when you don't even know that you're being it. So nothing happens for coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. So the dude that I met, the reason that the information got out, how my family and friends felt, everything happened for a reason. And it was to get me to my destiny, understand, and to grow. And the longer you are resistant to it, and try to force yourself not to change, or feel like somebody's getting over on you, or feel like you're not going to do this because it's beneath you, or your ego is in the way, it's going to be harder for you to change. So when you surrender and say, listen, if this is how you want it to be, this is how it's going to be, Show me what it is I need to see. Show me how I need to grow. Show me how I can be better. And, you know, take it from there and grow. But you have to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to really address the issues at hand. So, you know, I just feel real down. And I read this little quote that says, do not fall back into negative patterns because you are scared. And I was like, yup. Don't you start doing old familiar shit, sugar honey ice shit, you know what I mean? Because they feel comfortable and that's what you know and that's what's familiar to you. Don't. Because that will make it harder for you to keep growing, because the people around you don't want to see you grow if they're negative. They don't want to see you grow. They want to see you be stuck in there. But, like, say you work at a job, people that's negative around you. I mean, of course, go get your money until you can find something better. But long as you acknowledge it. And another thing that I'm learning, too, is I can't avoid negative people. I can't avoid people who try to trigger me. I can't avoid them. There's no possible way that I can avoid that. The thing I can do is try to acknowledge it and try to maintain it so they will not trigger me as much. My daughter is real extra right now because she's tired and she does not want to go to sleep. So she is real extra. So,